Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processions of the Chairman and Chairman's escort of East Dorset District Council, the University Board, Senate and the Pro-Chancellor. seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Valerie Pitt-Rivers.
Good morning, everybody. Distinguished guests, Vice-Chancellor, family members, partners, and most important of all, graduates, because I think you know that you can't be called graduates just yet until you've crossed the stage later on. As a Pro-Chancellor of this university, I'm delighted to welcome you to the BIC for the graduation ceremony of the Faculty of Science and Technology. And I'd particularly like to say how pleased we are that Councillor David Shortall and Chairman of East Dorset District Council and Mrs. Elizabeth Shortall have joined us today, as well as David Hines, who is about to receive an honorary doctorate. It is a great honour for me to preside over this ceremony when more than 300 students from 47 countries will receive their degrees. Today is a day that you will remember for the rest of your lives, so do enjoy it. But I can say with some certainty that it is your friends and families that will have the most work to do today, because, ladies and gentlemen, you have a lot of clapping ahead of you, and don't hold back, because this shouldn't be a solemn affair, far from it. I'm well aware from my own experience that supporting someone through university can be tough, and that this applies equally to their lecturers and support staff as well. So congratulations are actually due to everyone in this room and to all of those who you may be watching us all over the world. Because behind every successful graduate, there is a host of friends, family, BU staff and many other people who've supported them. They are very proud of you, but you should be very proud of yourselves, and our special congratulations must go to you, our graduates. It was fantastic this year that more than 700 people attended our annual Festival of Design and Technology, showcasing the innovative designs and generating interest from employers in the work of some of today's graduates. And I'm sure your qualifications will stand you in good stead in the future and assist you in achieving your goals in life. Because, as you may know, the average earnings annually of graduates are around 35% higher than the earnings of those who stop at A-levels or equivalent. But your time at university is not all about money. It should be a time for personal reflection and growth, making friends and providing space to explore new opportunities. And I know that some of you have already chosen to explore some of these opportunities in Dorset and have really connected with the local community. BU contributes more than £1 million per day to the region's economy. But the value that our students bring goes well beyond that, volunteering with local, national and global projects and raising money for local charities. So, as well as being extremely proud of your achievements, the university thanks you for the role you have played in the local community and for all you have done to uphold BU's reputation, and not just here in the county, but much further afield as well. I've known and lived in Dorset for a very long time, and I love the county, and being so closely connected with the region, I'm delighted you chose to come and study at BU, and hope you've enjoyed living here for the past few years. It is a great county, and there's a lot more going on here than many people realise, not just in agriculture and tourism, but in the manufacturing, technology and financial services industries. Dorset is the UK's fastest growing digital economy, and opportunities to engage with local employers are a key part of a course at BU. Many of these businesses and organisations need new, young graduate talent like yours to continue to grow and succeed. And I hope that your time here will inspire you to consider coming back to live and work in Dorset. But that is something to look forward to in the future. And now we're all looking forward to seeing you receive your degrees. So all I'm going to say is congratulations again, and you have my very best wishes for everything that lies ahead. And I now have great pleasure in declaring this ceremony open.
This congregation is assembled for the conferment of an honorary degree. Pro-Chancellor, I invite Professor Timothy Darvill, OBE, to present Mr. David Hines.
Pro-Chancellor, David Hines served as an independent university board member for 8 years, sitting on the Finance and Resources Committee and the Audit and Risk Committee. He has provided support and expertise to our university, helping to realise iconic new buildings, such as the Student Centre and the Fusion Building. David attended boarding school in Oxford. He quickly learned to thrive independently, being a free-spirited child who could sometimes be somewhat rebellious, challenging rules and not accepting the status quo. These are qualities he feels have served him well in later life as a business leader and a board member. David loved playing rugby, cricket and football, and his time as captain of these teams gave him his first enjoyable taste of leadership. He professes to have preferred practical subjects rather than academic work while at school, and he chose to study for a degree in managerial and administrative studies at Aston University. This was one of the first courses in the UK to include a placement year in its curriculum. Indeed, he met his future wife, Marina, whilst on placement at the Royal Brearley Crystal Works, where, at the tender age of 20, he was put in charge of the engraving division for fine crystal glass. After graduating, David followed Marina to Australia, where he worked in Sydney, selling china and crystal products for a leading importer. On returning to the UK 18 months later, David joined a property company in Bristol, a job he was given, despite, we're told, arriving 4 hours late for his interview because of a broken-down train. He rose to board level during his 17 years with Andrews and Partners before moving to Savills in 2000 as a senior director. Here, he was responsible for UK residential development business, and he looked after 300 staff across 20 offices. In 2010, David realised his ambition to work for himself and became chief executive of Quantum Group, a Dorset-based company specialising in developing and operating state-of-the-art care homes and high-quality shared ownership urban retirement communities. David is passionate about revolutionising how elderly people live, about delivering a legacy of high-quality architecture, and about developing the human capital within his businesses. He believes that the human spirit can achieve amazing outcomes, often from small beginnings, with good leadership, vision, and drive. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present David Hines, and I ask you to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Education, honoris causa.
Pro-Chancellor, members of the university, graduands, and your families, I am deeply grateful for this honour. Indeed, it's been an honour for me to have been able to contribute to the progress and the development of BU over the last decade. Thank you again, and I'd say, go BU. Over the years of attending these degree ceremonies, I've seen all manner of cartwheels, salutes, kisses, and even the occasional tear up here on this stage. Now, I think I can keep myself in check, but I am hoping to see a few of those emotions a bit later. So let me add my congratulations to all those who will shortly be up here today. I'm also, by the way, extremely lucky compared to all the graduands today, which is that I haven't had to write any dissertations or even pass any exams to receive this. When I was invited to share a few words, I recalled the advice from a family friend when I was a young man, and the advice basically was this. It said, try everything once. Now, there were no conditions attached to this about whether it should be legal or decent or honest, so one assumes that there should be some common sense applications to this advice. Thinking about this, I realized this advice may come a little late because many of you here have had 3 or 4 years enjoying the diversions and delights, let's say, that Bournemouth can offer. So I hope you've enjoyed your time hugely in Bournemouth. You are now equipped with the most amazing foundation upon which to flourish. In the decades ahead, in all likelihood, you will have several different careers, different jobs, different roles, many that you can't even conceive today. Expect and anticipate change. Embrace it. Seize the moment when it arises. These new experiences will enrich you. Above all, in every stage of your life, own your field of expertise or knowledge. Make yourself the smartest, the most indispensable. Always seek out knowledge and become the go-to person, the person in your organization which has knowledge greater than the others. As we heard just now, I've always quite enjoyed challenging conventional wisdom, and sometimes you'll find in the problems that come in the years ahead that they may seem insurmountable, but more often than not, the problems that you will encounter are actually opportunities in disguise rather than necessarily the problems that you perceive. I strongly urge you to make your life an adventure. Fill it with fun, and where you can, make a difference to others. Your proud families that are with you today have supported you and nurtured you to get to where you are now. Often considerable moral and financial support, and I know, I've been there. However, the time may come when this balance will change. Those of you that are born in the 1990s can expect to live well into your 80s. Graduands, around about a third of your children are now predicted to live until they are 100. Your parents and your grandparents are also looking forward to a long retirement. By 2030, the UK will have around 30 million people aged over 60. That is approaching 1/3 of the population. We are heading towards a seismic shift in how we fund, how we care, and how we house our retired. This is the core focus of my life now, and as we heard, it is profoundly different to the life that I started with bone china and crystal when I was leaving university. It genuinely feels good to do good. And in the years ahead, be prepared to help those who helped you to achieve where you are today. I'd like to close by wishing you all well again, to the continued success of BU, and by returning to my theme today. Have self-confidence, be passionate, express yourselves, and don't allow others to constrain you. Believe in yourself, and if you take one thing from me today, it is this: whether you believe you can, or whether you believe you can't, you're right. Thank you, and good luck.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Students' Union, Mr. Daniel Asaya.
It is an honor and privilege to be standing here today, addressing my fellow students on behalf of the Students' Union. I'm sure we can all agree it's been an interesting week so far, with many of us waking up yesterday morning to the unexpected, just like we did on the 23rd of June. But amidst all that's going on in the world right now, today is your happy day, a big day to look back on your time here at BU with friends and reminisce with loved ones on the many memories that you've made here. Each one of us has got a unique story to tell about our journey at Bournemouth University. For me, that meant leaving my home country 2 years ago, Nigeria, in pursuit of a master's degree. Decided to get involved with clubs and societies, then went on to challenge myself and made history as the first Black and international student to be president of the Students' Union. Everyone has a story. We all have a story, but you see, there is also a lot that we have in common. We have all experienced that shift from awkward hellos as freshers to friendships that will last a lifetime. We have transformed from anxious first years struggling to find a library to confident scholars who will now go on to challenge the preconceptions in our fields. But our journey ain't over yet. In fact, it is just beginning. Our generation will be the next titans of industry, creators of jobs, and pioneers of innovation. We are a generation of risk takers, prepared to fail, prepared to pick ourselves up and start again, prepared for the chance to do something truly great, to be someone truly great. We, the graduates of Bournemouth University, are the next generation of leaders who will be the change we want to see in this world. So go out there, think the unthinkable, do the undoable, challenge the status quo, and most importantly, be the best version of yourself. Thank you guys, and good luck.
This congregation is assembled for the presentation of postgraduate and undergraduate awards of the university. Pro-Chancellor, recipients of awards in the Faculty of Science and Technology will be presented by the Executive Dean, Professor Christine Maggs, and received as graduates by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor John Vinney.
Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present the recipients of the awards for the Faculty of Science and Technology. Doctor of Philosophy, in recognition of a programme of work entitled A Model to Support the Decision Process for Migration to Cloud Computing, Adel Akhalil. In recognition of a programme of work entitled An Investigation into the Concept of Privacy in Contemporary Saudi Houses from a Female Perspective, a Design Tool, Mariam Sama Al-Khatib. in recognition of a programme of work entitled Electroplated Composite Coatings with Incorporated Nanoparticles for Tribological Systems with the focus on water lubrication, Rizwan Sawa Bajwa. In recognition of a programme of work entitled A Quantitative Fluoroscopic Study of the Relationship Between Lumbar Intervertebral and Residual Limb Socket Kinematics in the Coronal Plane in Adult Male Unilateral Amputees, in parentheses, exploring the spine and lower limb kinematics of transtibial amputees, Alexander Cleveland Breen. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Process Improvement in Higher Education Institutions, Noah Gamil. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Design, Analysis and Trajectory Tracking Control of Underactuated Mobile Capsule Robots, Nazmul Huda. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Pressure Ulcer Risk Assessment and Prevention System Design, Mahbub Chowdhury Mishu. In recognition of a programme of work entitled In Situ Corrosion Health Monitoring and Prediction in Military Vehicles, Mian Hamad Nazir. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Research and Development in Novel Alternative Renewable Energy Technology, Zheming Wen. For Master of Research, Atakorn Sangwansri. For the Master of Arts in Industrial Design, Diana Carolina Vierma Ferreira. For the Master of Engineering in Engineering, with first-class honours, Martin Schuttler. Bachelor of Engineering in Engineering with first-class honours, Adam Bran. With first-class honours, Scott James Butler. With first-class honours, Daniel James Forbes. With first-class honours, Tom Hokim. Matthew Marsh. With first-class honours, Stephanie Louise Martin. David McMenemy. And with first-class honours, Oliver Minton Fountain. Stuart Parks. And with first-class honours, Adam Rose. Thomas Sargent. And with first-class honours, Ben Wigley. For the Master of Science in Applied Data Analytics, with distinction, Deepak Arunachalam. With distinction, Paul Stephen Cole. With distinction, Antoinette Siriano. With distinction, Botal Fan. With distinction, Meet Arvind Shah. Joanna Stanislavek. For the Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Human Factors, Saba Mohammed. Master of Science in Engineering Project Management, with distinction, Russell Bailey. And Akram Tahouni. For the Master of Science in Enterprise Information Systems, Bindu Chowdhury. Atinuka Olodaladi Muraina, sorry. Abdullah Rastagapana. Go Muan Sang. For the Master of Science in Information Technology, Yasmin Abdallah. Viral Bala. Yulia Bodzel. For the Bachelor of Arts in Design Business Management, Harrison Holmes. Joseph Iglesias. William Marsh. Scott Morgan. And with first class honours, Thomas White. For the Bachelor of Arts in Industrial Design, Ryan John Arnott. Christopher Bryan. Catherine Mary Chamberlain. Zachary Galloway Mayer. John Garcia. Jack David George. With first class honours, Andrew James Hutchinson. Daniel John Irwin. Mitchell John. And with first class honours, Hannah Elizabeth Jordan. And with first class honours, Laura Clemate. Jodie Marriott Baker. Jack McCarthy. Daniel Nicholson. Sasha Price. With first class honours, Amy Robinson. Keith Seagrave. Lee Stephen Smith. Michael Stringer. Andrew Syme. Stephen Thistle. And Xavier Williams. For the Bachelor of Arts in Product Design, Aaron Bent. Benjamin Luke Clark. Harriet Codling. Billy James Cook. Phoebe Marie Critchley. Thomas Andrew Cunningham. Tilly May Ellis. Lewis Ernest. Hannah Garrett. With first-class honours, Jonathan Hurd. Amy Nicola Mary Hurst. Matthew Robert Jordison. Xenia Komar. Courtney Lester. Joshua Dominic Long. And with first-class honours, Ben James Melvin. Joe Charles Maynard. Benjamin Nicholas Money. Matthew Edward Ormsby. John Ryan. Lewis Sparks. And Thomas Treadwell. Bachelor of Engineering in Telecommunications Systems Engineering, with first-class honours, Wayne Charles Addison. With first-class honours, David John Allen. With first-class honours, Amy Kathleen Elizabeth Burt. With first-class honours, John James Foley. With first-class honours, John Paul David Howe. And with first-class honours, Katanya Kumar Ijam. And with first-class honours, Wayne Martin Lill. And with first-class honours, Scott Dean Morgan. Nicola Louise Francis Phillips. Stephen Victor Purvis. Prakash Rai. Nicola Alexander Vikovsky. Bachelor of Science in 3D Computer-Generated Imagery, Architectural Visualization, with first-class honours, Françoise Kuzna. Glenn Parnaby. Isaac White. For the Bachelor of Science in 3D Computer-Generated Imagery, Modelling and Animation, with first-class honours, Rafael Esteles Miranda. Kimberly Francisco. And with first-class honours, Elliot Johansson Baker. Ryan Martin. For the Bachelor of Science in Business Information Technology, Rufai Amu. And with first-class honours, Matthew Archer. Nathaniel Bell. Afzal Mia Chowdhury. Natasha Churchhouse. Lucy Coleman. Bobby Drew. Alexander Keane. Gregory Knight. Natasha Matkoff. Martin Liam McStravick. Reese Philip Morgan. Christopher James Morris. And with first-class honours, Anthony Murray. And with first-class honours, Ononija Victor Ogenegeweke. Miro Oma. Priya Patel. And with first-class honours, Emma Louise Pearson. And with first-class honours, Thomas Michael Pick. With first-class honours, Francis Gary Pinnell. Lauren Powell. Daniel Luke Punter. Kewal Rai. Nicholas Rogerson. Faisal Sadiq Gulsid. Toby William Richard Samuels. Jack Raymond Ernest Stevens. And with first class honours, Vubet Tadel. Alexander Matthew Willis. For the Bachelor of Science in Computer Networks, Thomas Coombs. Perry George Decoe. Alex Milne Hogan. And with first class honours, Christopher Allen Knightley. Eamon Leung. And with first class honours, David Tilley. For the Bachelor of Science in Computing, Robin Bacon. And with first class honours, David James Bain. James Barrett Wright. Marielle Bilwan Bauto. And with first class honours, Hassan Chowdhury. Matthew Christopher. Ryan Matthew Cure. Jorge de Silva Souza. Jonathan Davey. Alex Dowan. With first class honours, Nicole Louise Drury. George Elliott. Charles Firth. Ryan Haddon. And with first class honours, Samuel Joshua Haynes. Kieran Jones. Holly Mae Keeble. Tristan Langford Jackson. With first-class honours, Rachel Larkham. James Lovett. With first-class honours, Charles Marjo. Christopher Marks. Kieran Marr. With first-class honours, Graham John Ogden. With first-class honours, Thomas James O'Leary. George Painter. Jefferson Luis Pareca. With first-class honours, Lewis Reuben Roberts. Thomas Roberts. And with first-class honours, Maxwell David Andrew Rycroft. With first-class honours, Callum Stevens. Danilo Chihani. With first-class honours, Guverchin Uten. Robert Wildey. Frederick Simeon Woodley. And Aziz Yuksek. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Computing, awarded posthumously and collected by Grant Byrne and Ben Reed, for Connor Anthony Byrne. For the Bachelor of Science in Design Engineering, with first-class honours, Dominic Bonello. Murray Edward Clark. With first-class honours, Russell Cockerton. With first-class honours, Adam Drakeley. Kiel Axel Fulkerson. And with first-class honours, Ashley Martin Grunden. And with first-class honours, James Pawsey. With first-class honours, Daniel Ward. For the Bachelor of Science in Forensic Computing and Security, Jack Allen. Oliver Anwill. With first-class honours, Joseph Ball. Christopher Paul Thomas Barsby. Emily Rose Belton. Aaron Bishop. Jack Carter Ladbrook. Matthew John Derrian. James Garraway. With first-class honours, Oliver Gatefield. Kerim Hussain. And with first-class honours, Duncan Key Aries. Samuel King. Natalie Mary Elizabeth Murray. Joseph Park. And with first-class honours, Anton Partridge. Ryan Peters. And with first-class honours, Pavel Piskotovsky. And with first-class honours, William Proctor. With first-class honours, Matthew Salomon. With first-class honours, Megan Scott. Daniel Smart. Andy Tatt. Nicholas Trikeet Tran. Holly Wise. For the Bachelor of Science in Games Programming, Aaron Bulkley. And with first class honours, Joshua Cook. Alex Noon. And with first class honours, Lloyd Adrian Phillips. With first class honours, James Robertson. With first class honours, Jason Smith. For the Bachelor of Science in Games Technology, Robert McManus Adams. Edmark Ante. Luke Barnes. Torrin Brewers. Michaela Blackburn. Tano Brook. Harry Burt. With first class honours, Cameron Connick. James Nicholas Escott. With first class honours, Carl Keith Gosling. Bismal Khan. Joshua Keith Allen Mallet. With first class honours, Colette Marlowe. Robert Luke Mosley. Olaf Robert Nilaba. Richard Piskortz. Ryan Rees-Williams. Jake Arthur Richards. Jonathan Ridgway. Marcus Sadler. Martin Sindelar. With first-class honours, Christopher Smith. With first-class honours, Jacob Charles Andrew Stone. With first-class honours, Jamie William Alistair Swanson. Adrian Taranovic. With first-class honours, Robert White. Richard James Wilkinson. For the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology Management, Vincent Doe. Daniel Duffy. Michael Fenton. Zachary Hall. Vanessa Luong. With first-class honours, Ryan O'Connor. Mohammed Habibur Rahman. With first-class honours, Robert Jordan. Jordan Roberts. Ratana Tong Thuan. And with first-class honours, Ryan Toddington. For the Bachelor of Science in Music and Audio Technology, George Barnard. And with first-class honours, James Robert John Booth. Joseph Peter Carpenter. Ryan Edmondson. Daniel Stewart David Finch. Christopher Hammond. And with first-class honours, Joshua Hill. Yakub Ramada. Alexei Kazantsev. And with first-class honours, Simon Kilmister. Simon Charles Mellows. And with first-class honours, Michael Moody. With first-class honours, Michael Andrew Part. Finlay Percy. James Schofield. James Tyson. For the Bachelor of Science in Music and Sound Production Technology, Alex Field. Thomas Harrington. Andrei Koshsukan. Andrew Mills. Joshua Morris. Ehsan bin Faisal Nadim. Joe Rideout. Or Ridout. Tallulah Montserrat Stevens. Timur Technica. For the Bachelor of Science in Product Design, with first-class honours, Owen Adicott. Dylan Cowper. Adam Davis. Liam Edward Davis. Lucinda Alice Emily Doveston. Lucy Edwards. Patrick Henderson. Alan Hollyman. Matthew Highland. George Anthony Livingston. Chloe Charlotte Moran. Christopher Plowright. Christopher Smith. Michael Van Meert. Daniel Wadley. George Waller. David Walling. And with With first class honours, Vicky Amanda White. For the Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering, with first class honours, Zara Louise Allen. With first class honours, James Baldwin. Benjamin Barton. With first class honours, Alexander Belkin. Stephanie Kavanagh Prieto. With first class honours, Louis Colgan. James Cotmore. Joshua Omar Dakers Hilton. Jay Edmonds. Christopher William Franklin. And with first class honours, Chiku Chandi George. Christopher German. With first class honours, David Gladwin. With first class honours, Nathan Handley. David John Harris. Adam Howarth. And with first class honours, Noel Zachary Peters. With first class honours, Michael Porter. Stanley Ted Roberts. With first class honours, Brandon John Charles Scott. With first class honours, Nicholas Tyrrell. With first class honours, Matthew Upperton. Richard Ward. Samuel Watts. Ryan Webb. For the foundation degree in Science and Engineering, Manufacturing Management, Joshua Campbell. For the foundation degree in Science in 3D Computer-Generated Imagery, Architectural Visualization, Elliot Best. Jamie Robert Reed MacDonald. For the foundation degree in Science in Communications Systems Engineering, Jupal Bantha Magar. And with distinction, Trisha Gurung. And with distinction, Yadav Rai. Alexander Greener Reeves. And with distinction, Suraj Kumar Tamrakar. For the Certificate of Higher Education in Communications System Engineering, Dougal Omari Efferton Williams. And for the foundation degree in Science and Communication Systems Management, Peter William Udall. For the foundation degree in Science and Computing with Networking, Joshua Larby. For the Higher National Certificate in Engineering, Electronic Design, Dean Brian Clayton. And with distinction, Samuel Mark White. For the Higher National Certificate in Engineering Manufacturing Management, with distinction, Luke Batter. James Patrick Coyne Downhill. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I now have pleasure in presenting the recipients of prizes for the Faculty of Science and Technology. The Vice-Chancellor will present the first two prizes. First, the Vice-Chancellor Prize, which is awarded to the student whose performance achievement is deemed by the Vice-Chancellor to have been the most distinguished overall in their time at BU, and goes to Emma Pearson. The Dean's Prize is awarded to the student whose performance or achievement is deemed to have been most outstanding in their final academic year, and goes to Martin Shuttler. Vice-Chancellor, thank you. The J.P. Morgan Prize for Excellence in Technology is awarded for excellence in technology in computing and informatics. It is presented by Dr. Simon Broadbridge, Executive Director of J.P. Morgan, and goes to Chiku George. faculty prize for the faculty prize for the best postgraduate student in the 2015-16 academic year graduating in the morning ceremony is presented by Dr. Angelos Stefanidis, Associate Dean Global Engagement, and is awarded to Russell Bailey. The ASM Assembly Systems Weymouth Limited Prize is awarded to the final year student demonstrating innovation and enterprise in their course, assessed through project work. The prize is presented by Chris Shaw of ASM Limited and goes to Jonathan Ridgway. Faculty Prize for the Best Undergraduate Student in the 2015-16 academic year graduating in the morning ceremony is presented by Dr. Angelos Stefanidis, Associate Dean Global Engagement, and goes to Emma Pearson. The London Bridge Experience Prize for Internet of Things Solution is awarded to a 2014-15 placement student in 2016 for their systems work with TLBE Limited London Bridge Experience. The prize is presented by James Kislingbury and goes to Nicholas Terrell. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of prizes for this Faculty of Science and Technology ceremony.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in giving all recipients of awards and prizes a final round of applause. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor John Finney.
Graduation is my favourite time of year. And it's not just the fine robes that I get to wear. It's because at graduation, I get to meet all of you, our graduating students, and have the very great pleasure of being the first person to congratulate you as you cross the stage. Now, graduates, you are now BU alumni, and I know how great that is because I'm one too. So I once crossed this very same stage and sat where you are today, so I know what a very proud and special occasion this is. Now, the motto of this university, which is displayed on the crest on the front of this lectern, is Discere Mutari Est, which means to learn is to be changed. And education is about changing lives, our own lives and the lives of those around us. And it does help us to leave the world a better place than we found it. Now, you are now BU Global Ambassadors and the next generation of BU Global talent. So your achievements recognised here today are the launchpad for an amazing journey that has no limits. A journey that will be full of opportunities and challenges. A journey that will require you to continually learn and change and adapt in order to succeed in an increasingly fast-paced, competitive and globally connected world. Now, since I was here as a student, BU has been on an amazing journey too and changed beyond all recognition. Our vision for BU is based on the fusion, the connection of education, research and professional practice. And this year we even named a building after it. We love it so much. We now have the Fusion Building at our Talbot campus, a world-class space for our world-class students and our world-class learning community. As highlighted in the most recent Research Excellence Framework assessment, 96% of our research is now rated as internationally recognised, and 18% of that is ranked at world leading, and that feeds directly into our courses here at BU. Within 6 months after graduating, BU graduates, 94% of them are in work or further study. And our stated overall aim is to be consistently listed in the top 50 of all UK universities, and we're well on the way to achieving that, but we've also been listed now as one of the top 200 most international universities in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings, and one of the top 150 universities in the Times University Rankings, universities under 50 years old. Now, sadly, I am no longer under 50 years old, which I know is very hard to believe, but my decision to study at university when I was just 18 years old changed my life forever. My journey has led to me being on this stage today, and to lead such a fantastic university is a great honour and a privilege, and who knows where your amazing journeys will take you. Now, another reason I love graduation is because I have the very great pleasure of meeting all your family and friends and addressing those who aren't here but watching us from around the world. So hello to you too. We all know that succeeding at university takes a huge amount of hard work, tenacity and determination, and you should all be extremely proud of what you have achieved. But none of you did this alone. Sitting behind you are the people who helped you keep your feet on the ground while you were reaching for the stars, your parents, partners, friends and family. Without their support and understanding, none of this would have been possible. People who supported you when you first decided to go to university, people who manned the 24/7 helpline back home, and people who were there for you when the pressure started to build, the deadlines were getting closer and those final assessments were looming. So I'm delighted to see so many of your supporters here today. And graduates, I now invite you to stand up, turn round and join me in showing your thanks with a huge round of applause. Lovely. Now, you may have noticed some other familiar faces, both on the stage or in the crowd today, your lecturers, tutors and support staff. And like me, they were extremely proud to see you cross the stage today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of them, and in particular for making BU such a creative, friendly and inspiring place to be. So please do give them a wave if you can catch their eye, and join me in thanking them with another huge round of applause. Now, you can all be proud of what you've achieved as individuals, but I also want to reflect briefly on what we've achieved together. So many of you graduating today have contributed enormously to BU and to the wider community through working with our fantastic Students' Union, SUBU, volunteering, fundraising and doing charity work, representing BU and our sports teams, or through the clubs, societies and community groups that you've been part of. So on behalf of all of those people in our local community and further afield that you've helped and supported, I would like to say another big thank you. Now, the Faculty of Science and Technology has had a brilliant year. We celebrated the real impact of research into prosthetics this summer when limbs designed by our team were used by an Army veteran who won medals in the Invictus Games and an Irish Paralympic cyclist used them to compete in Rio. Research in the faculty is also going from strength to strength. We received a grant from the Japanese Space Agency for a project using a strategy to investigate World Heritage Sites in Peru, and gaming students visited Kosovo to explore how gaming technology could be used to support young people engaging with their history. Now, I know that my colleagues in the faculty have really enjoyed working with you all, and they have a few messages that they would like to share with you. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed this ceremony. I'd like to thank all those who have been involved in making it such a success, particularly our Pro-Chancellor, Valerie Pitt-Rivers, for presiding this morning, our local dignitaries and distinguished guests, and members of the University Board for their continued support and commitment. Now, graduates, you are now all automatically members of the BU Alumni Association, so please do make the most of their ongoing services. Keep in touch. We want to hear about your amazing journeys. I personally wish you every success for the future, and now invite you to join me and my colleagues in the Purbeck Hall to continue the celebrations. Thank you.
Congregation, please stand for the national anthem and the retiring processions.